In Education Matters, back to school season is here, and with some districts in the Mid-South starting as early as this week, we are your one-stop shop for everything you need to know as students gear up for the new school year. Dr. Joseph Kiles, president of the Rainbow Push Coalition, joins us now to share some positive, safe action steps for parents, students, and faculty. Dr. Kiles, welcome back to 3 at 3. Good to see you as always. How have you summer been?
Been very well. Thank you so much.
Good.
You're looking very slim and trim.
Well, I'm trying to get there like you, trying to get there. First and foremost, we know school is just right around the corner for a lot of school districts, as we pointed out earlier.
Correct.
But things are changing for a lot of parents, students, faculty as well that they need to know about. Let's talk about bullying and anti-bullying laws, because we know that has changed these days. Absolutely. Because of technology like your tablets, phones, and whatever.
So our faculty, staff, parents, community, churches have all had some way of dealing with this and talking with the children. But our goal right now is to really reach out to parents to make sure that their children know that there are consequences and there are repercussions. And so sometimes young people take things too far. We want to make sure that there's a family discussion around the laws and what's changed since July 1. And so now there can be some very serious consequences that individual would face as a youth offender. Because
we know as the old school bullies, that has really kind of changed compared to what maybe we grew up with a few decades ago or so, at least for myself. What's different these days?
Well, you know, I talk to my friends in law enforcement. They tell me that a large percentage of this interaction that you're having, the negative interaction, the bad actors, comes from negative social media. And so where someone gets into an argument online, they show up, they meet somewhere, and it becomes physical and sometimes fatal. We want to make sure that we reach out to the communities, to the churches, particularly working with the schools to help quell that and create areas for conflict resolution so individuals can find ways to better deal with.
Have those schools been pretty responsive so far?
Absolutely. First of all, we're thankful to have Dr. Rod Richmond as a superintendent. He's always been able to be reached and respond adequately. And then we've got great principals in the district like Dr. Vincent Hunter, who always responds very well. They deal with a large urban population. And so those are just two that we're highlighting, but we want to make sure that we can make this an overall umbrella.
Talk to us also about something we heard a lot of talk about earlier this year, last year, blended sentencing. Especially, how does that impact our juvenile court system?
That's a great question. So I talked with the district attorney earlier this year about this. Blended sentencing now, parents need to know, and this is another family discussion.
Right.
14 to 17, if you commit an act and it is severe enough, you will face juvenile detention until you're 17. And then, depending on the severity, the judge has the ability to place you in an adult prison. And so that one act, that problem that you didn't solve, you didn't use conflict resolutions, you didn't think that out, could have you incarcerated from the age 14 to 25.
That should be a wake-up call for a lot of people out there. Do you think it's fair, though?
Well, I'm not here to endorse it or to deny it. And as I said to the district attorney, as I've said to some of my close friends, we've got to educate our community. I would not, if I was in position to vote for it, I would not have voted for it, but it's a law. And so the law is for the lawless, and we have to make sure that individuals understand that they've got to follow the law. And I don't want to see any 14-year-old locked up until he's 25 because they made a bad decision.
Let's talk about something else that a lot of us unfortunately see quite a bit on our streets. When it comes to drag racing, you know, the donuts and so forth, there is also a law about this, is there not?
Yes, sir. July 1, they passed the law. Now, I am concerned about this one because there have been many issues of vehicle assaults. Individuals have wrecked their cars. Sometimes they've done more damage to others. And so now you won't be able to, if you're caught and you're incarcerated and you're found guilty, you may lose your car. And you can do up to 6 years in prison for just simply doing burnouts, drag racing, those kind of things. We just really have to reach out. It takes a village to raise a child. And I remember when you and I were growing up, there were ways that you could get that energy out. But now vehicles are stronger, are more powerful, and they're lighter in weight, and we're seeing a lot of issues that are going on with negative consequences.
Break something down, though, for us while we have you here. How do we have these conversations? So these important conversations about some of these different laws, things that will impact us, our families, our children, our communities. How do we have that conversation?
That's excellent. Family conversations, extended family. Don't just count on the mother and the father in the home. As uncles and aunts, as grandparents, as mentors in the community, our church, our faith-based, our clergy, we've got to now start to reach out, and hopefully this information, anyone that's listening to it will share that with their extended family to say, listen, son or daughter, I understand you like to have fun, but there are limits and there are severe consequences if you make a mistake.
Because like you said, if we don't have those conversations, what happens?
You get incarcerated. Right now, you spend up to 12 to 24 hours in jail just for drag racing. It used to be a fine, it used to be a slap on the wrist, but it's serious. The state wants it to come to an end, and I'm sure that their individuals, parents want it to come to an end.
These are serious conversations we need to have right now.
Absolutely. You know, I think that, part of spreading the gospel is the good news, right? And as I was talking to Kevin Kane in the green room, we have to, as a community, understand that there are a lot of ways that we have great assets. Those who are bad actors are a small and minute fraction of those of us in the community who can do good and do well, but we've got to give our young people opportunity, access, resources, and compassion.
And that starts today, starts now.
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Joseph Kiles.
Thank you.
Good to see you as always.
My pleasure.
All right, a break. We will be back in just a moment.